Well, here it is, the 2013 Buick Verano Turbo. Introduced in 2012, the Verano is GM's attempt at marketing this car to a luxury audience who is also interested in having a boost of performance with that 250 horsepower turbocharged engine. So, without further ado, let's find out if their hard work paid off. The 2013 Buick Verano, brand new car from GM. The one I have here is spec'd out to the max, all the bells and whistles, the nice toys, heated steering wheel, and all that good stuff. It MSRPs for just a little over $30,000. However, you can get a base end model, I believe, for just a little over $22,000. So it's a pretty affordable car. On the front of the car, you've got two xenon HID headlamps, which are noticeably brighter than other halogen lamps I've used, and apparently they last longer. They've also got this cool blue ring in them, so it makes them look pretty badass. The wheels on this are 17-inch aluminum rims with all-seasons tires on them, and as far as I've used this so far, it's kept me on the old Canadian icy roads, so good for those tires. Continuing to move along the vehicle, this is a luxury performance sedan, so the block under the hood is just as important as the rest of the vehicle itself. GM has fitted a 2-liter AutoTech turbocharged engine, which produces 250 horsepower and 260 foot-pounds of torque. This thing accelerates like a gazelle. I mean, when you bury your foot in that pedal, you can really feel the front end lift up and you just take off. I was really impressed with the acceleration, the performance, and the overall handling of this car when you're driving it. Either side of the car has a blind spot monitoring system that you can see in your side mirrors. It flashes orange when someone's in your blind spot, which is pretty cool. However, this car actually creates some bad blind spots at the front with these beams being pretty wide. So when you're taking a wide turn or you're turning on a curve, these things kind of can distract you. Now, I've always said that the interior of a car is just as important as the exterior because you're going to be spending 90% of your time on the inside of the car. And the interior of this car is really impressive. Some of my favorite features about the interior of this car include the heated steering wheel, electronic parking brake, sunroof, 7-inch IntelliLink navigation system, Bose audio system, and more. I mean, this car has all the bells and whistles that you can think of. I thought that the electronic parking brake was cool because I've never actually seen it in one of the cars that I've owned before. So what happens is when you turn the electronic parking brake on, you don't have to worry about forgetting to turn it off because as soon as you apply pressure to the gas pedal, the brake just turns off automatically. So there's no wearing down your parking brake. Also, I should mention, if you want any more information on the IntelliLink navigation system that's in here, I did a 20-minute video walkthrough on it, so I'll link to that in the description down below. Other cool features in this car include the heated seats, the push-button start, keyless entry, and it's got cool illuminated cup holders and mood lighting that illuminate blue when you actually unlock the car, and then it looks really cool at night. Now, I have to admit that I did find the in-car voice commands, so like when I was telling the car to phone somebody from the Bluetooth audio linked phone that I have in here, or play a certain song that it, probably 9 times out of 10 didn't get it right. Maybe it's just my voice, maybe I just wasn't saying it right, but I mean, usually the hit rate for success on voice commands is higher than 9 times out of 10. It did not work. However, I do have to mention that I think that the OnStar integration in this vehicle is awesome. I think it's cool that I can just click a button up here, talk to somebody for like a minute and a half, and then have directions wirelessly sent to my car without ever having touched any button but that one OnStar button. So I think that's pretty cool. Personally, I think that the shifter in this car looks a little cheap for a luxury car at this price range. I mean, I can toss it over into sport here and then drive the car in sport mode, but I just think that they could have done something a little bit cooler with the shifter here, made it look a little bit cooler. I mean, it just looks really thin and flimsy. The back of this car is pretty roomy for a compact sedan. I mean, I'm a guy who is 5'7", 170 pounds, and I fit comfortably back there with lots of legroom and really good headroom. It is a bench, so you're going to have 3 seats back there with a flip-down cup holder and cubby hole in the middle there. Now, the trunk of this car is what really surprised me. I wasn't expecting, a massive trunk or anything like that, but when I opened it up, it's a really big trunk. So, I mean, you're a mafia boss, you throw a body in there. You're an exec, you throw your golf clubs in there. You're a traveling family, you're going to have lots of room for 3 or 4 pieces of full-size airport luggage in there. However, I do have to mention that the trunk has these like gooseneck hinges so that when you close the trunk, it's going to take up space and then limit what you're going to be able to put in there. So you'll be able to put like soft shell duffel bags, but if you want to put like a hard cooler or something like that, that gooseneck hinge is going to hit it, and then that just really limits your space. Overall, I've really enjoyed reviewing this car. I think the performance and the handling is awesome. The acceleration was really unexpected. And the gadgets and cool controls in the cockpit make me think that this car is really going to take off. I have to admit that I'm kind of bummed out about having to give it back tomorrow morning, but at the same time, I'm really excited to be picking up the Volt because, electric gadgets, cars, technology, I'm a geek, that all falls into the same category for me, and I'm really looking forward to testing out that car. So without further ado, thanks for watching my review of the 2013 Buick Verano Turbo. I'm stuck in Toronto traffic right now before I have to get home. I really didn't plan my route out adequately to kind of end the review as soon as I got home, but I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.